Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video we are going to solve this nice math Olympiad geometric challenge. So here we have a right triangle in which whose sides are n squared, n to the power of 4 and n cubed. So here you know that the side opposite to the 90 angle is known as the hypotenuse. So we have the value of hypotenuse h is n to the power of 4, and if you have this angle be the theta, and then you have the side which is join 90 and theta is known as base, and the side opposite to the theta is known as perpendicular. So we have these hypotenuse, base and perpendicular or altitude. So now we will find the value of n. So here, because this is the right triangle, so we will use here the Pythagorean theorem. So according to the Pythagorean theorem, we will write as the hypotenuse square equals to base square plus perpendicular square. So this is known as the hypotenuse, and now we will put all the values of hypotenuse, perpendicular and base here. So you see here the hypotenuse of this is n to the power of 4, so we will substitute here n to the power of 4 equals to the base is n square, so we substitute here and you get n square and its whole squared, and the perpendicular is n cubed, and we write it as n cubed and its whole squared. So now we will simplify this equation, and finally we'll conclude towards the value of n. Here the very first thing you will see here, we have the exponent to the exponent, so we can use here the nice exponential law, and you know that if we have a to the power of m to the power of n, it is equals to a to the power of m times of n. So now we can use here this nice exponential law on each of the term. So in the left hand side you will get n to the power of 8 equals to n to the power of 4 plus n to the power of 6. So now in the next step we will move all the terms in the right hand side to the left hand side. So you will get here n to the power of 8 minus n to the power of 4 minus n to the power of 6 equals to 0. So here we need some more simplification, so that you will see here we have n to the power of 4 be the common term here. So we will take it common, n to the power of 4, and we will get n to the power of 6 minus, here we take common this one, and when you take common n for here, then you get n squared, and we take common this one, and here you get minus 1, and this whole equation equals to 0. So in the next step we have two cases here. So the first case is we can write n to the power of 4 equal to 0, and the other case is we write n to the power of 6 minus n squared minus 1 equals to 0. So if you will focus on the first case here, so in this case you will easily get the value of n equals to 0, and you know that here we have n be the side of this right triangle, because here we have n squared and 4 n cube, and if n equals to 0, it means that the side or the all the sides of this triangle are 0, so it is not possible the side of triangle have 0 length. So that we will just rejected this case, and we can just proceed here this case only. So in this case now first we need to simplify, or we need to convert this equation into the simplified form. Here you see that when you take common n to the power of 4 here, then you get n to the power of 4. So actually this term be the n to the power of 4. So we write this n to the power of 4 as n squared and its whole squared minus n squared minus 1 equals to 0. So now you will take here n squared equals to y. So when we take y equals n squared, so this equation will becomes y squared minus y minus 1 equals to 0. So now our next claim is to find the value of this nice quadratic equation. so that we will use here the quadratic formula in order to solve this problem. So here we have the value of a is 1, the value of b is -1, and the value of c is again -1, and our quadratic formula will be looks like in this form: y equals to minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4 times of ac over 2 times of a. So now we can put all the values of a, b and c in this formula, and we will get its output in the form of y equals to, here you have minus b, and when you put the value of b equals -1 here, then you will get +1 and plus minus, we have square root of b squared, so b is -1 and -1 square is +1, and minus 4 times of a is 1 and c is -1 square root over 2 times of a is 1. So now we will again simplify these terms, and you get 1 plus minus square root of 1 plus 4 over 2. And again here you see that we have two values here. So the first is, I can write 1 plus minus square root of 5 over 2. So now we break or separate these two values in the form of y equals to 1 plus square root of 5 over 2, and the other value is, we have y equals to 1 minus square root of 5 over 2. So here when we put or back substitute the value of y, as we recall that we put y equals to n square in the start of the problem. So now we back substitute the value of y, so you get here n squared equals to 1 plus square root of 5 over 2, and similarly here you get n squared equals to 1 minus square root of 5 over 2. So here one thing you already know, that over n be the side of the right triangle. So now if you focus on this case, so you see that our right hand side be the negative value, it is some number which has negative sign. So it is not possible side of the triangle is some negative value, so that we will rejected this case, and we have just only one case, which is n squared equals to 1 plus square root 5 over 2. So here we find the value of n, so that we will take the square root on both of the sides of this term, and you will get here these square are gone, and you get n equals to plus minus square root of 1 plus square root of 5 over 2. So again you have positive and negative sign. I can already told that we cannot take the negative value, because the side of triangle or length of the sides of triangle cannot be negative. So here we choose just only the positive value, so which is 1 plus square root 5 and its whole square root over 2. So this is the our final answer of this problem, and this ratio is known as the golden ratio. So this is the golden ratio, and this is the our final answer of this problem. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.